General mobilization foreseen. The Kiel regatta canceled at the last minute. The Kaiser returns to Berlin. Threat of war, general mobilization foreseen.
Hey, Kevin, we're back in Berlin. It might start any minute.
Let's hurry.
Threat of war. General mobilization foreseen. The Kiel regatta canceled at the last minute.
Train for Vienna. How soon does it leave?
14 minutes.
Thank you.
Extra, read all about it. Threat of war. General mobilization foreseen.
Will you excuse me?
Certainly, sir.
Thank you. My dear Baroness, really, this won't do at all. I just learned at the hotel that you decided to go back.
There's no rest for me here, Professor. I want to go home to Vienna.
But it's not reasonable, Baroness, with such a crowd.
Yes, Professor, yes, it is. Yes, I must go. Let me go quietly, my friend.
But in your state of health, Baroness...
Oh, I feel all right. All this is really a bit too much for me.
Come now, my dear.
Suddenly, it's all ended. As if all our efforts had been in vain. Can you understand that, Professor?
Baroness.
I just want to hide away from the world.
All aboard, please.
You have to go, Professor.
Please telegraph me as soon as you've arrived.
Goodbye, my friend. God bless you.
Goodbye, my dear. I'm Professor Goodgesel of the Berlin Peace Society. Would you kindly keep an eye on this lady? I'd appreciate it. I fear she's not too well.
Yes, of course, sir.
She is Baroness von Suttner. Bertha von Suttner. You understand.
Who is she? Von Suttner? I never heard of her.
The name sounds familiar. Oh, wait a second.
Yes.
I should hope you'd remember. Nobel Prize, 1905.
Who? That old lady? What'd she invent?
Invent? Nothing. She simply wrote a book. Lay down your arms.
Ah, a pacifist.
Yes, it couldn't have been a very good book.
He was right. She doesn't look too well. Excuse me, may I?
Please.
Are you going to Vienna?
Yes. And you?
Only to the next station to join my regiment.
And does that make you happy?
Yes, very happy.
But there may be a war.
Of course there'll be a war. Is there anything I can do, madam?
Thank you, Lieutenant. I'm just a little tired, that's all. Yes, you can do something for me. Would you be kind enough to lower the lights for me? I would like to rest a bit.
Of course.
Thank you.
Countess. Thank heaven you have returned. Your uncle is in a terrible state.
Well, have you found them?
No, Excellency.
Huh? Enter the wardrobe.
They're not here either, Excellency.
What did she do with them? Oh, Bertha. Finally.
I was in town.
His Excellency was desperate, Countess.
And why, may I ask?
I can't appear in my dress uniform without wearing my medals, and today especially.
But I have them, Uncle.
Where?
Here. I came back as soon as possible. Uncle Max, the whole town is going mad. You never saw anything like it in your life. It looks like the war is popular. I had all new ribbons put on.
The order for the transport, Excellency. Countess?
Hello, Clemens. And very reasonable, too. Isn't it nice? Look, Uncle Max.
Now, please, Bertha, please, they're waiting for me.
Yes, just a minute. Now, will you please bend your head down, or I can't put on this ribbon.
Ferdinand. And he's my wife.
And now for the medals. Thank you.
The best thing would be for you to come with us to the front.
Then why don't you take me?
Yes, why not?
Come on, quickly. Hurry.
Have the trunk brought to the station, Leopold.
Countess Kinsky, in her sitting room, Lieutenant.
Hello, Philip. I'm glad that you're here. Really, I don't know what to do first. Well, you might at least say hello. Goodness, Philip, I've never seen you look so gloomy. What is it? What's the matter? Why do you look at me like that?
They assigned me to the 68th Regiment. Today, Bertha. We're being ordered to Holstein.
Then you've been made an officer. Come here and let me look at you. Why, of course. You're wearing the star. It changes you completely. You look so grown up.
I've come to say goodbye to you.
When do you leave? Tomorrow?
You won't forget me, will you? Say you won't.
Oh, don't be silly.
Please, don't forget me too soon.
Our friendship is the kind of friendship that lasts forever.
I won't see you ever again, Bertha. I'm not coming back.
You mustn't talk that way.
I have a premonition. I feel it in my heart. I must tell somebody, Bertha, and you're the only person I can talk to. It haunts me constantly. I'm afraid.
Yes, but you're an officer.
Yes, of course. A soldier shouldn't talk this way. It's cowardly and disgraceful, I know. But there's nothing I can do. You'll detest me. Naturally. And you'll be right. I detest myself. But I can't get it out of my mind. I can't, Bertha. Can you understand that? Please forget what I've just told you. Forgive me.
Where are you going?
To tell your uncle that I can't be an officer.
Oh, no, you mustn't do that.
I don't deserve to wear this uniform.
Philip, please listen.
Let me go.
Well. Hello there, Philip. Is your mother proud of her dashing young lieutenant?
With your permission, sir, I have something to tell you.
To tell me? What?
It's a confession, Excellency.
Well, go ahead and talk, Lieutenant von Kobart.
No, he should not talk, Uncle Max. I've already told him that as far as confessions are concerned, it's altogether premature, you understand?
Well, a confession. Tell me, boy, how old are you anyway?
18, Excellency.
18. Think of that. Look, Philip, let's you and I go to the front first and make those Danes see reason. Once we've done that and come back, and when you're a first lieutenant, then you'll tell me all about it. Goodbye, my boy.
Philip, come here. Now I think it's my turn to talk. And don't you interrupt me. Look here, Philip. Some time ago you said that you loved me, didn't you? Well, don't make me ashamed of you. I want to be proud of you. Remember our fathers. They were both officers. They gave their lives for Austria, for her glory, for her honor. You wouldn't want them to be ashamed of their own children. Glory and honor, Philip. That's what's important. Nothing else counts. Surely you love Austria as much as I do. Isn't it wonderful to fight for something you love? So fight for Austria, Philip. And fight for me.
Yes. I'll fight, but only because I love you.
Goodbye. And God bless you.
Thank you.
Get ready. Oh. Danes on the left, allies on the right. Now curtsy. Bugler, sound the attack. Forward. Now change sides. Ferdinand. Oh. Grande chef. Where?
In the drawing room.
Ferdinand, will you please take command?
Yes. Forward!
Good evening, Madame von Gobert.
Good evening. I realize that I'm intruding, Bertha, but
How is Philip? When is he coming back?
tonight
Tonight, really?
I'm on my way to the station. I thought maybe you'd like to come, too.
Why, certainly I'll come. Isn't it marvelous that he's coming home on the very day of our great victory? They may not even have heard of it.
Bertha, he's wounded.
Wounded? Badly?
I don't know.
Oh, we'll both nurse him back to health. Come, we'll take him some flowers.
I'm so proud of him. Now let's hurry. I'll be back shortly. Please continue without me.
They're already here. We'll have to look for them.
Lieutenant von Gobert? Lieutenant von Gobert? Lieutenant von Gobert? Have you found him?
Traveling all day. Since this morning.
Poor Philip.
No, Bertha. Don't look at him now. He looks so different. The doctor said he had been very brave. Very brave. Here. He wore it to the very end.
And life
Now, who's doing that buzzing? And in the middle of such a nice song, will the bee stop at once, or please fly away?
He would rather stay. I beg your pardon, Countess, but I've just come from the garrison especially to see what progress my little sisters are making.
Well, go on.
And I've brought you something. And here's something for you. And how's Marion? Well, have you been good girls?
Yes. Now, that'll do. That's quite enough, girls.
Oh, no. Did you hear? That's all. Come on, girls. You'd better obey. Go on.
I'm glad Arthur's here. Are you?
Yes, Marianne.
Bertha. I must leave to join my regiment tonight. But before I go, I insist upon having your answer. No, Bertha. You can't put me off any longer. You know all about me. I've told you often enough. But I know nothing about you. Don't you love me?
Yes.
But
I don't know. I'm frightened.
But why? You mean you're afraid of happiness?
I am happy. And yet I'm frightened.
Here's Mother.
Arthur! What are you doing here? In the study room? Oh.
Hello, Mother. Excuse me. But the girls were singing so nicely that
And since when are you musically inclined? Apropos of music, Countess, I'd be a great deal happier if you wouldn't teach any love songs to the children. You see, the girls are much too young, and the boy is much too old. Tell me, is it true, Arthur, what your valet said about you leaving tonight?
Yes, Mother, it's true.
That it's become serious?
Yes, since yesterday. We're assigned to the Schwarzenberg Command.
What? Good heavens, I've so much to do. We are going home at once to Papa, or he'll worry about us. We'd better leave for Vienna immediately. Naturally, I must arrange a concert or a charity bazaar or a lottery. The girls, meanwhile, will make bandages, of course. And the Countess shall read to us, won't you, Countess?
My dear friends and neighbors, my dear children, we are gathered here this evening for the purpose of wishing an affectionate farewell and speedy return to our son Arthur. Our country once again calls our sons to do battle for her, to fight against Prussia. Our heroes of Dupont have died in vain. My dear son, here's to our victory.
Arthur.
Mother.
Nothing to say this time.
We'll show those Prussians, Arthur. To victory, Baron.
When you're in Berlin, send me a postcard, will you, Arthur?
I'm going to miss my girls. Excuse me. Countess?
Give me your attention, please. The girls will now sing us a song.
Oh, good.
Something gay.
Come, Countess, we're going to sing.
Hurry, Countess, hurry. Come, everyone. Arthur?
Let's sing this one for Arthur.
Haven't you another song?
Well, what is it? Why don't you begin?
Come on, let's take our places. Hurry. We're ready.
Boy on the march to fight, hurrah, the bugles and trumpets blaring. The world is a soldier's toy, hurrah, and life is aglow with daring. Now as the sun sets bright red, he lies on the bloody sand. A halo circling his head, hurrah, he died for God and fatherland.
Well, what is it?
Please excuse me, Baron. That is a song I cannot play.
Ah, such a nice song, too. Written in honor of our heroes. Countess.
Won't you celebrate with us?
Celebrate war? I hate war. There should be no more wars.
Don't you understand anything about politics? These Prussians are always starting wars, and they have a new weapon. It's a new kind of rifle, isn't it, Gustav? Are we to stand by and let ourselves be devoured? Surely you understand that. Yet you stand there and spoil our whole evening. Have you no heart?
I'm sorry.
Well, I never thought I'd hear that kind of talk from you.
Maybe not, but that's the way I feel. Sending men into war, perhaps never to return, is an abominable thing. There's no excuse for it.
Even when your country requires it?
Even then.
But, Gustav, this is anarchy. A governess with such ideas. You cannot allow our daughters to be exposed.
I will go immediately, if you wish.
No.
Marion, if your Uncle Furstenberg heard you, Bertha, he would really be ashamed of you.
Arthur, she's ruined your party. Arthur!
You see, Arthur, it's a good thing no words were ever said between us. It's quite unnecessary for you to take them back. God bless you, Arthur. Goodbye. Goodbye, Arthur, goodbye.
I love you, Bertha.
Arthur.
We love each other. We need each other. Nothing else matters. We'll meet in Vienna tomorrow. I'll prepare everything. We'll get married. No one will know about it. We'll have a whole day in which to be happy. Will you?
Arthur, I love you more than anything in the world. But you see, the right kind of wife should be very proud of you. She must not complicate your departure. She must pray for your victory. But I cannot do those things. I can only pray for peace.
But there is no peace without conflict. Just as there's no life without death. Good and evil, both must exist.
But not war. I can't believe that God wants war. He has said, thou shalt not kill.
But if someone wants to kill me, I have to defend myself. Or do I simply let myself be killed?
No. No.
War is always miserable. What if the cause you fight for is a good one? If war can replace injustice with justice?
Can it do that? Can man make good out of evil by the use of evil means?
War is my profession. And my profession is my honor. I would not have you think otherwise.
I no longer know what to think.
Bertha.
Must you go right away?
I am a soldier. I do my duty.
Do you believe in it?
Of course. You're so proud of being a soldier. You'll always be a soldier. Always. That's your life, Arthur. That's what you love. I don't.
I'm also fighting for you, Bertha. I'm fighting only for you.
No. Oh, no, I can't listen to you.
But...
No, no more, please, I beg of you.
Oh, this is madness.
Please go.
But I love you, and you love me.
Yes. We love each other. And we must leave each other. Excuse me. May I see Mr. Nobel?
I'm afraid not, madam.
I came in answer to the advertisement.
Mr. Nobel needs a secretary. A man, madam. We have 23 applicants and all are men.
Yes, but can I see him, please?
In this office we employ only men, madam.
How sad. For you, sir.
Good morning.
Pardon me, sir. Do you have a moment?
Sorry, no.
If you will allow me, I offer you my services.
Me? Oh. As what?
As interpreter. Or secretary.
You will leave this sanctum just as quickly as I will. Mr. Nobel is having a bad day.
Oh, aren't you...
Unfortunately not. I'm Basil Zaharov.
Oh, excuse me. Then you don't think I should even try?
Well, that depends on you. Who knows? One should always try.
Well, madam, aren't you leaving?
I would appreciate your seeing that this lady is interviewed.
Very well. But you cannot wait here. Please, Come this way.
Thank you.
Here, this is the secretary's desk, if you still insist upon trying. But please, above all, don't try to, you understand. That does not interest him. He likes modesty and hates to be contradicted.
Oh, but
Now, women always contradict.
What's that? Why not? Will you please be kind enough to follow my instructions?
Where is that telegram from Peru, Mr. Fehrenbach? Mr. Nobel wants it. And where are those samples used on test number 73? Will you please hurry?
Unique, you're my only friend. Who allowed you to come in? What do you want? Are you from the Figaro? Is Nortonfeld paying you? Why don't you answer me? What do you want to know? Ah, I understand. Now they send me women to negotiate for my patents. Good day, madam. I should like to be alone.
Please excuse me.
Wait. What do you want from me?
I would like to work for you, sir. I would consider it a privilege if I could help you.
You want to help me?
I'm a competent secretary. I've done translations. I've also written many articles for newspapers.
What kind of articles?
We may be on the brink of a new war. We must warn mankind before it's too late.
I admire you, madam. You think rather highly of human nature.
But human nature can change. We must believe that. Otherwise, life is not worth living.
No. It wouldn't be worth living, would it?
Mr. Nobel.
I am sorry, madam, but I do not believe you can help me. Bernhard.
Yes, sir. I'm very sorry, Mr. Nobel. I tried to stop the lady from going in, but...
I've just engaged the lady.
Come on, boy.
What's your dog's name?
Unique.
The only one.
Tell the gentleman the position has been filled.
Sorry, gentlemen, but the position has been filled.
Please wait a moment, madam.
I really must thank you for it. It was your friendly advice that encouraged me.
You defeated 23 male competitors. Bravo. I hope you can manage Mr. Nobel as well. He's a genius, madam. You will need advice and help. Please feel free to call upon me.
You're very kind, Mr.
Zaharov. Basil Zaharov.
We hardly know each other.
The future will alter that.
Are you a business friend of Mr. Nobel?
Not exactly. You see, my job is merely to facilitate business. Sometimes I'm lucky with them, sometimes I'm not very lucky. I'm convinced that we could be of assistance to each other.
What is Mr. Nobel working on now?
A great undertaking. The greatest of its kind.
Is it a new invention?
Didn't you know? An explosive. Dynamite.
Why are we going so far?
We're going to the old gardener's house.
Is there a gardener here?
No, the house has been empty for some time. Ever since I began my experiments, it's become rather deserted around here. Here, let me help you count it. Good morning, sir. What time is it?
4:30, sir.
Oh, you're sorry then. Come, Countess. You're living through an historic moment. Dynamite makes its official entry as a European power.
Gentlemen, make yourselves as comfortable as you can. This place is not very luxurious, but it has the great advantage of offering you excellent protection. I've already had the pleasure of speaking to several of you about the sale of patents. I hope that Mr. Nobel will give me his decision today on this matter.
Be careful.
Why have you named your powder dynamite?
Because it is force, Countess. Dynamis. It is a force which we have not known until now. This dynamite, in a way, is like a new key in our hands. It shall open up the bowels of the earth, bring its treasures up, and explode the silence of nature. Why do you look at me like that?
What will humanity do with your invention?
I'm simply concerned with my work, Countess. Mankind is entirely too undependable. A formula does not lie. But man, what do we know of him? Ready?
I have absolutely no doubt, gentlemen, that this dynamite will be of the utmost importance in the conduct of future military operations. Well, you will soon see. I brought with me a few pairs of field glasses. Excuse me, sir. Would you care to use one?
Hurry, the fuse is burning down.
Come here, Countess. You'll be safer here. You're very brave, Countess. Come.
I can no longer keep my government waiting.
I understand, Captain. Certain signs on the political horizon, shall we say? Well, I believe I can obtain a patent for you.
You've created something tremendous, Mr. Nobel. But it must not fall into the wrong hands.
Come, we must join the others.
Please, not just yet. Please, you must listen to me. Everybody knows that a new conflict menaces the war between France and Prussia. What if your dynamite were to become a weapon against mankind? You cannot allow that to happen. Please, I beg you, I beseech you, don't do anything that cannot be undone. Help humanity. Do not destroy it.
All that is lacking is a pair of wings on your shoulders. A choir and some organ music.
I beg you.
But you're not an angel. You're only a woman.
May I repeat my proposition, Captain? I have reason to think the contract may be signed today.
You haven't yet given me your answer.
I'm still thinking of what you just said. Isn't it calm? Almost as though both of us were alone in the world.
You'll find a solution. I know it. Take your time before you decide. Please, for me. Can I tell them now? Can I? May I?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Good morning, gentlemen. Mr. Nobel apologizes for not coming to see you himself. He is sorry to have disturbed you so early in the morning for nothing. But the subject of the sale of patent rights must receive further study in the light of new factors which have arisen.
What does this mean? You can count on me, my dear Captain. There's nothing to worry about, Captain. What is this, Countess? Does that mean he won't sell the patent?
He wants to give it more thought.
What's happened? Why the sudden change?
Perhaps he's not sure.
But he is sure. What is he risking?
Only his conscience.
So that's it. A peace angel. My compliments, Countess. So you've succeeded in swaying him. Little wonder with your beauty and charm. But I thought you more intelligent. This is the biggest thing I've ever seen, and not only for Nobel. Perhaps also for you.
I thought you were more intelligent.
Why don't you convince him? You're the only one Nobel listens to. Why don't you take advantage of it? You'd be rich, independent, happy.
Arthur, you here?
Yes.
I'm so glad to see you.
Do you intend spending the entire day here?
I'm going to Paris, Arthur.
Where are you living?
At the Cloche d'Or.
When can I see you? This evening? About 9?
Wake up, Baron. We've a nice day ahead of us. I think everything will turn out fine.
Ah, Mr. Nobel. At last. Where were you all day long, sir? We were extremely worried about you.
Who?
All of us. Especially the Countess.
Oh, is she still here?
I took the liberty of waiting for you. May I congratulate you?
For what?
For your decision, Mr. Nobel. You're right. That which you have created should not become a political pawn. The responsibility is too great.
Have you spoken with her?
I beg your pardon. With whom? You've given up the idea of selling your patent rights. That's magnificent. I understand. But what does the future hold? Do you think you can keep it a secret indefinitely? In a few years, someone else will discover your formula. It's only a matter of time. No. We must find another way to retain your invention and prevent it from being misused. I've taken the liberty of drawing up a contract which I hope is in accord with what you have in mind. You abandon the idea of selling your dynamite to certain countries. You give it to all Europe. Just what does that mean? It means that peace is assured. All will have the same means at their disposal, and all will be afraid to use them. And the greater the fear, the greater the chances of peace.
Are you telling me about the human race, Zaharov? No, my friend. The dynamite will stay with me. The responsibility is mine. I can't give it up. It's mine.
No, mine too. Give the patent to me. You can trust me. You can't carry this weight alone. You're sick, Nobel. It isn't only your work that's killing you. It's the solitude. You're living in an ivory tower. Come back to reality. Don't be afraid of happiness. It does wonders for a person. Look at the Countess, for example. Haven't you noticed how much she has changed? I've never seen her as radiant as she was this morning. I'm sure she's in love. Don't let life pass you by, my friend. You mustn't. Give up some of your responsibility. My contract gives the world peace and the benefits of your invention. You, Nobel, shall be happy.
I've always found it difficult to speak about myself. But you've touched me deeply today. I want to thank you.
Bertha. Forgive me. I'm sorry I was delayed. The embassy was in a turmoil. This dynamite has the whole world in a fever. And as it was impossible to find a carriage, I ran all the way. I didn't want you to wait. Oh, Lord, Bertha. Honestly, I think today was longer than the last 4 years.
What is it, Arthur?
It's so hot.
Come. Come in here, Arthur.
What is it?
Nothing. I feel better. Stupid. Since the war, a bullet that can't be removed.
You were wounded.
Well, that constant running between Vienna and Harmensdorf is over for me.
Please. You mean you're no longer...
In the army? No. Retired.
Does that make you very unhappy?
I'm a soldier.
I know. But you were in the war.
Yes.
And do you still believe in it?
We live in a hostile world. We must adapt ourselves to it, Bertha, or perish.
My dear sir, won't you please lower your voices? This letter's very important and requires great concentration.
I'm sorry, madam. We're just leaving. Look, why don't we celebrate tonight, huh? What should we do? Go dancing? Want to?
Mm-hmm. Arthur! Arthur!
Please, help! Quickly, please. He's sick. A glass of water, madam. Give him a glass of water.
Forgive me. I'm disturbing everybody.
Have him lie down, madam. Have him lie down.
Will you help me, please? Take him upstairs to my room.
Gaston, Gaston, give me a hand. Are you going out again, sir?
Yes.
And will you be gone long, sir?
Are you happy, Fehrenbach?
Who, me, sir? What do you mean?
Have you ever been really happy?
Yes. Yes, I was.
What's it like?
I don't understand, sir.
Never mind.
Unique.
Thank you. I think he's feeling better already.
We should call a doctor, madam. Don't you want a doctor?
Yes, please. All of you are extremely kind. I'm most grateful to you. These men, always overestimating their own strength and then breaking down all of a sudden.
I always believed I would get over it. I refused to accept it. Cripple.
Better take your tunic off.
I suppose I must take it off, Bertha. I'll never wear it again. Are you glad?
But Arthur...
You never liked it. It'll be difficult. Not much remains, I'm afraid. What is left?
Me, Arthur.
Yes, sir?
Countess Kingsky.
Number 14, sir, first floor.
Thank you. I'm intruding.
Oh, Mr. Nobel.
I thought I'd come to see you, as I wanted to thank you personally, Countess, for having assisted me in clarifying a situation of such importance.
No, I'm the one to thank you. Your decision of this morning has made me very happy. Really. I'm so happy.
So I see.
Baron von Suttner. We've known each other for many years, and just by chance we happened to meet today.
I must apologize. I'm not well.
Arthur, you mustn't move.
You are good friends.
She's my fiancée, Mr. Nobel.
My congratulations, Baron. Unfortunately, the ability to attract another person has never been granted me. Alas, this is a quality which I do not possess. You both radiate that quality. I envy you. Good evening. Unique. Unique.
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, how are you?
Oh, fine, thank you.
Did you sleep well?
Yes.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning. Come, my friend, let us hurry. There's not much time. Let me see. France, Prussia, England. Good day, Countess. I hope you enjoyed your day yesterday. Very charming man, the Baron.
Where is Mr. Nobel?
He went away, Countess.
When?
An hour ago.
Where?
He hopes to be coming back to Paris in the fall. He's touring. Italy, Prussia, Russia, France, England.
What have you there?
The patent rights. Mr. Nobel decided to sell them.
To you?
To all of Europe. Through me. Do you know what this means? It means that everlasting peace has broken out. We can congratulate ourselves, my dear. You convinced Mr. Nobel of the virtues of peace, and I convinced him of my own virtues.
That is, you deceived him.
He's very trusting. Sometimes in friendship and sometimes in love. Goodbye, Countess. You were kind enough once to offer me your services. I will perhaps have need of them. You're a perfectly invaluable collaborator.
Tell me the truth, Fahrenbach. You must know where he is. It can't be true. He couldn't have gone.
Maybe not, but he has.
Without letting me know?
He allowed no one to enter his room this morning. Why, even I didn't see him.
We must do something quickly. We must stop Zaroff.
What? How?
We can't wait until it's too late. Zaroff is a liar. He's working against peace. It's war that makes him rich. He's the forerunner of catastrophe and destruction. He's against everyone. The whole world is threatened. We must warn everyone and stop him at once. We must shout it out so loudly that the whole world hears.
And you want to do that?
What else can I do? Something must be done. Something must be done.
This is our first meeting, Baron, and we're looking forward to a good attendance. At least we hope so. Ladies and gentlemen, Baron von Suttner, who has just come from Vienna. The Baron is the husband of our dear President.
Oh, charming. You must be so proud of your wife, Baron.
I think we'd better go now, don't you, Baron? Excuse me. Come this way, please. We're going to begin as soon as the Baroness arrives. Baron? It's the last door on the right. Unfortunately, we have to hold all the meetings of our Berlin group in my own apartment, or the police would give us trouble again. This is all extremely annoying, but the Baroness is so enthusiastic. It's wonderful. You have an amazing wife, sir.
Yes, and one who doesn't write. My dear doctor, not a word in 3 weeks.
I'm sure you understand. The days are much too short for her. Oh, that must be she. If only she would eat more. I cook all the meals. I do all I can. But food just doesn't interest her. You really must talk to her, Baron. But I haven't said a word.
Arthur!
What a surprise. But when did you come? Let me look at you, Arthur. You didn't put on your scarf. Really, you must be careful. Oh, I'm so happy you're in Berlin. You came at the right moment. Lately, we've had a terrible time. Everything going from bad to worse. Hold this, please.
Well?
That's better. Oh, come. I live here. It's rather tiny, but it's all I need.
And you can live this way?
Yes, because... Thank you. It doesn't cost anything. I don't have any hotel expense, and I can save money that way to go to London. See? Please sit down, Arthur. Here, on the bed. Come on. It's much cozier. Would you like something to drink?
No.
Would you like anything else?
Yes, Bertha. I want you back home.
Back home?
Darling, we've been married now for 3 years. And, frankly, I think you have a good husband. But do you have him really? Do I have you?
But I'm not doing this simply for personal pleasure.
Oh, I know how earnest you are about your work. But you mustn't live in a world of illusion. Your dream of peace, it's only a shining star. You may look upon it and wish for it, but you can never reach it. The world's like that.
Yes, but the world must be changed.
Don't you think it might be too difficult for one person?
You're married to a terrible woman. But if you would only understand that I can't help being what I am. Help me, dear. Sometimes it's so difficult all alone.
Doctor, there's a policeman here. A policeman?
I'm a sergeant from the 16th precinct.
Dr. Goodkizel. Look, Sergeant, we only have a few people and...
Where's Madame von Suttner?
Yes?
Baroness,
I'll be right there.
there's a police sergeant here who wants to see you.
Let me go.
Madame Bertha von Suttner?
Yes?
Are you the president of the Peace Society?
Yes.
You have no permission to speak in public in Berlin.
I know, but I will do so anyway. I'm going to talk in Berlin, even if I'm put in prison for doing so.
The restriction against your society is lifted.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Because of its unimportance.
What's that?
They don't believe that you're very dangerous, madam.
Thank you.
Admit it, Bertha, it's not worth it. Whom do you have? Some old men and women? That's your whole audience. Articles that no one prints, pamphlets no one reads.
You're right, Arthur. Oh, you're so right.
Of course I am. Come away with me. We'll travel. I've some money I've saved, 2,000 crowns. And we can be alone once more.
Will you give it to me? Please, Arthur.
What for?
Well, you see, I've written a book, a novel, but nobody wants to print it. We could do it ourselves.
I don't understand you, Bertha. You've written a novel. Why?
Perhaps it's the only way to get into the hearts of other people.
Now, you mustn't be angry, but... Why, it's thick. What do you call this thing?
Lay down your arms.
Why, that's impossible. Who in the world would read it?
You.
But I have no desire to.
Yes, read it, Arthur, for my sake, please. And underline anything you don't like. Oh, no. You would smear the manuscript. Just put in little pieces of paper.
Lay down your arms. Nobody will read this. Your arms. Novel of Bertha von Suttner. A good title. Somewhat sentimental, but powerful. And enjoying a remarkable success. Translated into every language. Is it so surprising that this woman has ruined the business? A war between France and Italy was inevitable, and suddenly it's all changed.
But the French contract is the largest I've ever seen. Machine guns, mines, dynamite.
But it's not been signed. You've heard what the French said. They can't make a decision. They want to wait. And why? Because the Baroness von Suttner has organized a peace congress at Monte Carlo, and this very day. This woman is upsetting the whole world.
But do you really believe that a woman could...
Of course! I know that woman. And if that woman should speak tonight, tomorrow morning France and Italy will forget their war, and we can peddle our wares to the headhunters in Africa. But this Congress will not take place. The people are gathering and talking. There are more coming every minute. You must hurry, Bertha. Bertha.
Yes, darling.
Yes? You know, Baroness, it is more than 20 years since I met you in Paris. I hope that I may...
You may hope that my feelings for you are exactly as when we first met in Paris.
I'm delighted. We are in a hurry, sir. I'm sorry to have to ask you to leave. Do allow me to come in for a few minutes, Baron. It would give me great pleasure to place at the disposal of the Baroness's Peace Society 50,000 pounds. Perhaps also an institute or a newspaper. For peace from you?
And your price?
A little thing. My price is no speech tonight, Baroness.
Excuse me, but I prefer that the door be closed, even though we are discussing peace.
You talk of peace, but you mean war.
Well, why not? That's what the human race wants to play with. War. You should know.
I will not allow you to...
What? To lighten your work and that of your fellow officers?
We give our blood, and you fatten your purses on it. This bullet, how much profit did it earn you?
How did you get that, Baron? I only furnish the cannon, and you, the men.
Zara!
I will not...
Arthur! What is it? Oh, my darling.
Zara, ring, quick!
Come in. Get a doctor. And get some ice and coffee. Or better, champagne.
Arthur, here.
Good evening, ma'am.
It's a heart attack. He's had quite a few ever since the war.
Get me some ice.
Yes, Doctor.
Baroness.
What is it?
It is time to begin, Baroness.
I can't go now.
But, Baroness, you must. The square's full of people. Think of Paris and Rome. The war.
Perhaps later. Yes, later. I must make certain he's all right first.
Yes.
You have my sympathy, I assure you, Baroness. The world will understand that for one evening you must exchange the role of a crusader for that of a wife. It becomes you, Baroness, believe me.
The Baron is seriously ill, Professor. You must call off your meeting.
It's impossible.
Call it off or postpone it.
You don't seem to realize what's at stake.
Oh, but I do.
She's not coming. It's unbelievable. That's what it is. Unbelievable. Well, I haven't much choice, have I? I'll do it myself.
Don't be in such a hurry.
Pardon? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I must go now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I must first make an announcement which is most distressing. I have just learned that Bertha von Suttner will be unable to speak this evening. My friends, I hope you will allow me to speak to you in her place. Ladies and gentlemen, I herewith declare the First International Congress of the European Peace Society open. And as you must all know, we have gathered here tonight at a particularly grave moment. Once again, preparations are being made for a new war. Italy and France are already mobilized. However, the peace-loving world has finally found its voice. We must all... Louder, please! We want to enlist every man of goodwill on our side. We want peace for Europe. We want peace and tranquility.
You're dreaming, and when you wake up, it'll be too late. The war will be on. Or do you think you can stop it?
We will. We are convinced that the people of Europe are ready to be united, and we will under no circumstances give up that hope until the first shot is fired.
All right, here it is!
I must go down there.
Don't go, Bertha.
Lie still, Alfred. Don't worry.
Well, this is terrible.
I said it would happen.
Oh, my goodness.
Please remain, won't you? Please, remain where you are.
Oh, my dear Baroness, please go back.
No, don't stop me. Please, come back and take your places. And you, gentlemen, do be seated, too. You can shoot just as well sitting down. I'm going to speak to you, and no power in the world will stop me. No fear, no threats, and no money. A shot was just fired here. Perhaps it's a good thing. We'd forgotten what a shot sounds like. We were ready to accept the worst. We'd already begun to think there was no way other than war. I beg you, let us be courageous and have faith in another way out. Do not say there is no time. It's never too late to save the peace. What can we do? We are not kings, nor are we ministers. We cannot sign any treaties, nor engage in diplomacy. But we can do one thing. You and I, with all our hearts and souls, and with every fiber of our being, let us hate war and stop it for all time. Do not think it insufficient. Every belief is a force. Do not think the individual has no might. We are not alone. Do not think that governments alone can decide between peace and war. And who really are the governments? We, the people. When all of us start, they will have to follow. And we are starting tonight. There are representatives here from every nation on the continent. For the first time in European history, they have sat down side by side. And not for their own selfish purposes, for now they all have the same goal. They want to live together in harmony, in faith, in complete confidence. Not with a mad lust for power, but normally with love and hope. Our voice is the voice of Europe. Italy. France. Germany.
Here.
England. Sweden. Switzerland. Turkey. Holland. Bulgaria. Austria. Spain. Russia. Russia.
As representative for Russia, just one word. His Majesty, Tsar Nicholas II of Russia, has requested me to give you personally this message for the Peace Congress.
The Tsar issues a manifesto to all the governments of Europe. The preservation of universal peace is an ideal to which every civilized government should aspire. Up until now, unfortunately, efforts to create this long-awaited peace have all failed, and world peace is not yet a reality. Our highest duty is to prevent the disaster which menaces the entire world. Now the time has come to act. All nations which are peace-loving should unite in a powerful league which shall rise triumphant over the elements of discord and inaugurate a new era. With God's help, this league can be the greatest civilizing force of the new century. This is the way. The union of European nations. That is peace. Don't be angry with me, but I really must go. I must show this letter to my husband.
Will you please close the window? Well, we've lost this war, my friend.
Arthur. Arthur. You got up, darling. You feel all right now? Arthur.
Good. Bertha, good. I got up and heard it all. I always believed you would go my way. But I was wrong. I'm going your way.
Oh, my dear one.
Taken a long time with both of us so stubborn. 23 years.
24, Arthur.
Bertha.
You know I'm right, dear.
You are right. You're always right.
Arthur!
Is it really you? How many years is it, Mr. Nobel? Oh. I'm sorry. But it's almost as though I were reliving it.
Do you still recollect the gravel pit, the explosion, the gardener's house? You'll find a solution, you said to me. That was a fateful day for us both. For you both. And were you happy?
Yes. And you? Are you still alone?
I've never won anybody's affection. I've never known how. I had only my thoughts and my sin. That's what I came to tell you. To tell you that dynamite is my sin.
You hoped to change the world with your invention. You wanted advancement and progress. But no progress can exist for us until we attain inner peace.
It is too late now.
But Arthur realized it in the last hour of his life. It's given me so much courage.
I always believed that dynamite would help prevent wars. And yet the wars continue. You've been fighting war all your life, and yet the wars continued. How can you still hope?
At first I was alone. Today there are many. I'm sure someday all shall see. All, Mr. Nobel.
God bless you.
Are you leaving so soon?
In Paris, Bertha, you came to see me. You wanted to help me. Today you have helped me. I thank you. I will always be grateful.
The last will of Alfred Nobel has provided that each year on the anniversary of his death, all inventions and other works which have most benefited humanity shall be commended and awarded a prize. The prize for the year 1905 for the greatest advance in the field of medicine goes to Robert Koch, who discovered the tubercle bacillus. The prize for the year's outstanding literary work is awarded to Henryk Sienkiewicz for his novel, Quo Vadis. The Peace Prize for the year 1905 has been awarded unanimously to an outstanding personality who, for the past 30 years, has devoted herself to the unity of nations and who has contributed most to the cause of world peace, Bertha von Suttner.
No, sir, I haven't seen any such person. I'm sorry.
From Vienna.
Excuse me.
Major Kohler, please.
Go right up, Sergeant. The Major's waiting for you.
Well, what about the ultimatum?
Serbia has rejected it, I'm told.
Please, it's very urgent. I mean, Madame von Suttner, the writer from Vienna, you know. In 1905, she won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, yes, Madame von Houten, you say?
No, it's Suttner, an elderly lady. She was supposed to arrive this morning from Vienna.
Kind of energetic old lady. Yes, there were no rooms vacant. She's in the lobby, sir.
Thank you.
I feel quite fresh. Good day, Professor.
Good day, my dear.
Is it time
Yes, but you haven't been able to rest.
to rest? Not on such a day.
Yes, I know, only it would be wiser if you didn't speak today.
Yes, but Professor, have you no idea of what's going on? I shouldn't talk. Good gazelle. I should shout it from the housetops, and you want me to rest in a hotel room? Now, I have to send some telegrams. To St. Petersburg, to Paris, to Zurich. They must be sent at once.
Yes.
Good. Then come with me. Professor, take my bag.
Good day, Baroness. Welcome to you.
Good day.
Good day, Professor.
Good day, Doctor. Won't you have a seat, Baroness?
I'm afraid we really don't have the time. Please, Professor. Yes. I know I'm an old woman, but I still like to look my best. What are you whispering about?
Just a moment, Baroness.
Well, and why are we waiting?
Well, Baroness, you see...
Help me with this, please.
Yes, of course. Baroness, don't go into the auditorium.
If you are too timid, I shall go in alone.
Oh, but... my God, it's horrible. I don't know what to say to her.
Professor. Professor, what is this?
Baroness. I've taken the liberty of purchasing all the tickets for today's lecture. It will be my great pleasure to listen to you undisturbed. Please, will you begin? It is 44 years since we two met in Paris for the first time in the house of our late friend Nobel. You offered me your services then, remember? I accept your kind offer today. All the tickets have been sold. The Peace Society will make a good profit. At Monte Carlo in 1892, I almost broke up your first meeting. And yet you still won. Well, go on, win. Let's see you win now.
How unhappy you are, Tara. For what have you lived so long alive? What did you believe in? In evil? What a poor life, Zara.
What did you believe in? In good? Bravo! Tell me, did it bring you luck? No. No wonder. There happen to be some things whose value is sure. Gold, madam. Power, madam.
Love.
Do you still believe in it?
Yes. This is what I believe. That mankind should unite in love. I shall not stop fighting, nor should any other person.
I happen to have met many people in the course of my long and varied life, madam. Allow me to say I've known only one worthy of being called a man. That was you.
Where were you, Professor?
Baroness.
Take me to the hotel. Are we in Vienna?
No.
Is that your son?
Do you think we'll really have war? You came from Berlin. Is there still hope? As long as it isn't declared, there's still hope, isn't there? I did everything for him. I worked and worried. And it will all be in vain.
No. That isn't true. Nothing is ever in vain. Otherwise, everything would have been in vain. Everything. And life would have no meaning. Nor would our pains, our work, our love.
What do we have to show for it?
We have everything to show. More than you realize. Someday, it shall come out.
Do you believe that?
But I know it. Peace for the whole world. Someday, you'll see peace will conquer.
What is it, madam? Aren't you feeling well?
Vienna, stop.
Oh, conductor! Please! Oh, please, conductor!
Yes, mother.
The lady in here must be sick. We were talking and suddenly she slumped in her seat. Get a doctor, please.
I think she's dead.
Stop. Vienna.
How did it happen? Was she in pain?
No. No pain. She's still smiling.